Namaste, my beautiful queens. Any time of a day you have out there in the world where you are, I've got this interesting idea. If we take a love relationship, I told you in one of my videos on YouTube that you can ask the deck one question: who am I dealing with? How this man behaves in love relationship. And it could be different circumstances. You just met him, or you've been with him, familiar with him for a long time. Maybe you met online, maybe whatever circumstances, but you want to know, especially with the amount of all kinds of manipulative types which are capable of wearing masks brilliantly. Who am I dealing with? This is my idea. I got all the cards out of a full deck representing the male archetype. And please choose one card out of 5. If you want to ask about more than one man, then of course, choose one card for one man, one card for another man, or one for a third one if you have more than 2. So we will see how this, I will not explain you the character, but I will explain you a little bit about the character of this man, and also how this man behaves in love and relationship. Of course, take what resonates, but I do believe, because there are under 50 of patrons I'm having in comparison to 87 or was it 86,000 subscribers on YouTube. Because there is a little quantity of you, then you would have more resonating energies, because right now I am like pretty much having you here in my room, and pretty much almost like doing my personal readings for you. Why? Because I know you by name, and many of you I was corresponding through emails or through the comments. So lots of course, my videos here on Patreon are going to be more personalized and more detailed. So let us go. Please choose card 1 of 5. Who am I dealing with? His character and how he behaves in love relationship. Again, take what resonates. Card number 1. Card number 2. If you doubt, take a pendulum. If you don't have a pendulum, you can, if you wear any pendant, just take it off and hold it. If it goes like this, it's yes. If it goes like this, it's no. So you can ask what number I need to choose. Card number 2. Card number 3. Card number 4. And card number 5. So we're gonna put the rest down here, and let us go straight to it. His character, who am I dealing with, how he behaves in love. Number 1. Oh my god, gosh, my favorite, so-called favorite. In my previous decks, this is Arcanum deck, one of my favorite, if not my favorite deck. I had to change a deck constantly because of Queen of Swords was all the time, he was all worn out. King of Swords. Of course, King of Swords, we all know and understand, not the easiest, not the best, being honest with you, type of personality in love and relationship. Why is that? Because it's a sword. To explain things easy, this is cold and sharp. It's a sword, and they can be magnificent leaders, magnificent people with magnificent intellect, and in many life circumstances they can be magnificent, but they are not, unfortunately, magnificent when it comes to love. Zodiac wise, of course, it could be connected with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Again, I'm not describing you zodiac, I'm describing you the characteristic of this card. It's of course the king of the air, the owner of the winds, also the king of the winds, and of course it's a king which women, 80% of women fall in love insanely and constantly try to reach the sky and jump and touch the moon to melt his heart. They are very strong, but unfortunately they are not good for a relationship or love. Why? Because he's demanding, criticizing, and he does not trust anything connected to feelings, emotions. He simply cuts it off. And he's, yes, smart. He's all this. Look at him, attentive at his face. You know, it's a typical that bad boy, tough boy, King Arthur, and he's smart, he's strong, he's all kind of so mysterious he is, but emotions, feelings are not his agenda. Of course, he is independent. The thing is that he considers, you see, when he gets into a relationship, he considers that he's absolutely right. When he comes when he wants, he goes when he wants, he calls when he feels like it, he doesn't answer the call, he disappears. Unfortunately, empathy, love, empathy, compassion, they're loners and they're freedom lovers. So it's this monarch of the 5th, 6th century for whom a woman doesn't have a lot of rights. You know, you don't have to take into consideration what she wants, what she needs, what she likes. No, you don't have to take into consideration. But when it comes to passion, and same thing, that he can be more passionate than King of Wands, King of Fire. He can be so passionate. That's why a lot of women get stuck on them, because when he is in bed with them, it's such a insane love making. But then I hear these women asking me this question: how can he make a love to me this way? And at the same time, he is so cold when we are not in bed. So, of course, this is a tough one. Unfortunately, the word love is usually this word cannot be even used. But he's enchanting. It's like, why so many women stuck on them for years? So many women, because he's not sentimental. No, he is not romantic. He can cut it off. As soon as you do something what His Majesty doesn't consider right, he will cut it off. He's full of mystery. You don't know his next step. Will he do something? Will he not do something? Will he call? Will he not? Will he disappear for a year, then appears like nothing? He's not going to appear and say, hey, I'm sorry, I was away. No, he just comes, he goes, and you have to obey. You have to forget your self-esteem. You have to forget your self-respect. You have to forget anything, because he is gonna rule and you must obey. And of course, this is at the same time, he finds it boring when, as soon as a woman completely obeys him. He finds it fun when a woman is strong equal to him, but the woman strong equal to him, he tries to bend to himself. So of course, very hard to be with them, because they are their own guys. It's a 5th, 6th century medieval times king, and he does whatever he wants. He like that. This my beauties card number 1, King of Swords. Next one, we're gonna do card number 2, Wow, that is a good one. This is a good boy. You know, I love, I just had seen Pentacles Kings and Knights of Pentacles. When I do see them in the spreads, they are extremely, it's a, you see, he is probably the most positive for earthy life, earthy love type of a king of Pentacles, king of golden coins, king of, also he's connected with autumn time, and autumn time is connected with harvest, connected with number 47. Astrologically, this is Taurus, Capricorn, Taurus, Capricorn, very seldom Virgo, very seldom, but this particular card is connected with Taurus and Capricorn, specifically Sun in Taurus as a symbol of love and joy. So this king does not, you know, want to do something what is going to be tough, unpleasant, difficult, and he doesn't want to do it. He wants to be happy. It's a king who doesn't, you know, he chose you, he is mature, he is responsible, but also he's the type of a king who wants to protect. When he loves you, he protects you, and he cares, he's caring. Maybe he doesn't know how to tell you that your eyes are like stars in the sky and your lips are like rose petals, but he is caring type of a king. He is very caring. And of course, they are never, it's a king of golden coins. You will not find a king of pentacles who would be, I don't know, a poor guy with no job and no house. It's a king. Usually he's slightly older than you. But they are a little bit, not a little bit, some of them are very possessive, but not as possessive as maniacally possessive, but they can be possessive. You are mine and you belong to me. But at the same time, what downsides this man has? Downsides are conservative. They could be conservative, you know. If 5,000 years ago a woman was supposed to wear, I don't know, a long dress, and then today she has to also wear a long, it's conservative, you know. He likes to follow the rules, but at the same time he you know, he loves that home, fireplace, and he is not a cheat. He chose you, this is it. They are seldom, honestly, I have not seen cheater of King of Pentacles. Of course, if you thinking about somebody else and I'm describing you as this man, then of course it wouldn't be the case, but this he loves pleasures, and he loves to give pleasures to a woman he is with. For example, to go to a nice vacation, to stay in a good hotel, to have dinners in a good restaurant, to eat good food, to wear good clothes and buy the same to you. They are great lovers. And they are great fathers as well. Usually, if he marries, he chooses a woman, they don't divorce or they don't cheat. They love to live pleasant life, and they love to, you know, it's a type of a man, rare, him and a Knight of Pentacles. You can open your soul, you can open your heart, he'll give you advice, you can cry on his shoulder. He is very, if it's a friend, he can be, he will be there for you. You can trust him. He'll protect his family. He will kill and steal for his wife, for his kids, for their honor, for their well-being. Yes, he is not very emotional, but that's a king like this, and you know, great. Now, card number 3. We are having the chariot. Of course, you see the black horse on the left. I'm sorry, on the right. White horse on the left, and a man who is moving it. The major arcana. very complicated dude, but it depends also on you, how you match, because you see it's emotions and feelings, and mind and logic. One tries to go to one side, one goes to the left, one goes to the right, and they go, wee, this one go like this one goes like this. He has to hold them. Also connected with number 7, but it's this he's more control freak than even emperor, because if you look at the dynamic of the emperor sits on the throne, you know, calmly sits. This one doesn't sit. This one has to be on alert every half of a moment, because as soon as he's not on alert, he thinks it's all gonna go upside down. Connected with number 18 astrologically. Astrologically, this is Aries, and he is connected. It was also number 21, victory. Of course, if you are a type of a woman of the same qualities, it's close to impossible. Strong personality and strong personality. He's individualist. He is not as well. A little bit similar to King of Swords, a little bit similar what comes to King of Swords, that I walk my own way, because you see him ruling, him making him being considering that he has power over his destiny, of course, but at the same time it's extremely bright personality, extremely bright, like very, very bright, tries to achieve, likes to achieve things, but controlling himself like a maniac, and also control, very strong willpower. They achieve things in sport, they achieve things in business, whatever. They can build from zero to a multi-million-dollar empire. He motivates himself, but at the same time, it depends. The meaning of this card depends if what cards are next to him. But as a personality, how he is in a love and relationship, power and control over himself, over life, over destiny, over you. And if you also are very powerful, you can argue constantly with each other, constantly. But sometimes, believe it or not, this card can be a good sign. Again, this depends on the situation. This depends on your personality, your character, your ability to kind of, they say that a man is a head and a woman is a neck, so he doesn't have to know that he does not what he wants but what you want. They can have the together goals, and they can actually be good together, but he is hard, because always he never has peace between these two horses. He usually never follow feelings, but sometimes his feelings can get very strong, because you see that these horses are equally strong, and he has to constantly choose what comes to relationship. I follow feelings and emotions, or I follow my mind. But sometimes it's as soon as there is any control threat, they sometimes just jump on the chariot and they run. As soon as there is an issue, they are not those who resolve issues. When he sees the issues, or there is a specific steps or choices he has to make, as soon as he sees that things are not fully and totally and truly under his control, this guy just likes to jump on his chariot and just be gone. Believe it or not, but at the same time, he's such a deep arcana. At the same time, he can risk worse than the fool. But he can follow his way and be a loner, even more deeper than even the hermit, and more controlling than an emperor. So he tries to hold his feelings and emotions under control and your feelings and emotions under control. He constantly, it's like, you know, with them, it's walking on eggshells very often. You can't relax at all, but he's too tight. My relationship with him are too tense. He will not relax and just give into emotions and feelings. Yeah, would be complicated. Would be, they're great lovers, but at the same time, sexually they are very active and very passionate, but at the same time this type of a man prefers to have you know, several passionate nights, then he just jumps on his chariot and he's gone. He doesn't get attached emotionally to partners, unfortunately. But being honest with you, this with what comes to chariot, you need to see cards nearby. And number 4, my beautiful queens, is a magician. Oh, that one is, oh, it's dangerous, very dangerous, dude. Why he's dangerous? Because he possesses the powers of all 4 elements, and this is unfortunately the hero of my many videos, my beautiful queens, of brilliant manipulators, magician. I will tell you a little story. Magician is connected with Mercury god, Greek god Mercury, who once stole those magical cows, which belongs to God. I think it belonged to Zeus. And when he stole them in such a way that nobody could find them. What he did, he took a big branch and tied that big branch to a tail of each cow. So when the cow was running, all their footsteps were being swept away by that branch. So God could not find those cows, and he was sitting just among them, laughing to himself, but with such a sad face that he was very upset that they couldn't find him. So such an illustration. It's a connection of this man to Mercury. So he's the brightest type of a man. You see the ones, the pentacles, the cups, and the swords. Lamiskat of the eternity on above of his head. The problem is he is the brightest, he is most masculine, he is most magnetic, most insanely charismatic, absolutely smartest, deepest in philosophy, in esoteric subjects, but manipulator and dictator. He loves to charm. He loves to press buttons, pull those strings and see the reaction. And the same time, if you don't give him the reaction he expects, he gets more excited. This is the mirroring arcana of devil, because also power, also control, but the thing is they do not love. They can fall in love, the type like grandiose narcissist fall in love when he sees something magnificent and something brilliant, and he likes to take this magnificent, brilliant woman into his power and learn to manipulate her. Being honest with you, yet their heart of magician always stays untouched, but he loves to have a challenge. He loves to get a woman equal to him and to make her stand next to the window waiting for him. But whatever it takes, he will get you, whatever it takes. He's gonna throw roses to your feet. He's gonna, I don't know, write you poems. Until he gets you, nothing can stop him. Nothing under the sun can stop him. If he wants you, he's gonna get you, no matter what. Even more, he gets more excited if a woman rejects. The more she rejects, he finds those keys to her. He will research, he will study her, he will read the blinking of her lashes until she's gonna be under his spell. Unfortunately, it's the brightest, sexiest, smartest, magnificent, magnetic, but it's the the mirror kind of the devil. So of course, selfish, egocentric, narcissistic, and only does his own game, enjoys playing games. Unfortunately, he can even make a woman, I've seen this, divorce, leave her place, leave her family, leave everything for him. But as soon as a woman is there at his feet, unfortunately, that is no fun anymore. But sometimes it can even take years to get you. Such a magician, such a card. And my beauty is the last card we have here, and we have a nice and sweet and nice Knight of Cups. And Knight of Cups, the emotions and feelings. We always want to see the cups. Could be slightly younger than you, but not necessarily. He is connected with Scorpio and Pisces. This particular card connected with Scorpio and Pisces, and they are they behave in love. You know what they tend to do? They tend to idealize you. If he falls for you, he tend to idealize you. You are an ideal, and you're gonna feel happy with him, and you're gonna feel emotionally touched and attached to him. Very often this card is connected when we see what we can expect for this man to do. We can see the proposition, marry me Juliet. We can see that ring. They can write poems. They're very sensitive. They're very sensual. They want to feel, this one will tell you that your eyes are like stars, your lips are like rose petals. Of course, this card could be so many meanings. You have to see it in a spread, but usually this is already certain level in relationship, because the beginning of relationship, the chance for love, so-called, would be the card which comes before him, which is a Page of Cups. But you are just loving each other. With this guy, it's love, L-O-V-E, those roses and candies for Valentine's Day. But they are kind of sometimes try to mirror. You see how to tell you what shadow, a little bit of shadow, because each card has a little bit of shadow. You have to constantly be this dream woman. As long as you stay the dream woman, you never change into less than a dream woman, then he's gonna be loving you. But this is emotional type, so he knows how to feel compassion, how to feel empathy, and he knows how to love. It's every movie, every romantic movie, if you take any romantic movie you had ever seen, from Romeo to dev from Devdas or whatever. It's the actually Devdas would be reversed, because the guy starts to drink because he is so unhappy in love, but still it is a still Knight of Cups. So every novel, every romantic movie, this is all the king, the Knight of Cups. So he is romantic, he tends to be idealizing you, he can be gentle, he can be a little sometimes even naive, but the thing is that the most important that you can trust the Knight of Cups. That one is not gonna, you know, stick the knife into your heart. As a lover, interesting thing that as a lover, they can be shy, kind of like shy, and the thing is, the only way they can run away from a woman, if a woman is very strong, and like he could never be with personality of Queen of Swords, you know, sharp, tough. A woman, no, he needs the cups, or he needs the fire. He needs something softer, also loving, also romantic, also sensual. But he believes in love, and he believes that love conquers all, and love is the biggest power in the universe. This, my beauties, everything about this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again very much for your support. I am grateful endlessly. Namaste.